Let's be honest. When you think of wealth, what's the first thing that comes to mind? Massive mansions, supercars with roaring engines, gold watches, private jets, champagne on a yacht, right? But here's something you probably didn't expect. Some of the richest people you'll ever meet might look just like everyone else. No flashy jewelry, no Rolls-Royce, just a regular car, a quiet house, and maybe an old pair of sneakers they've had for years. But don't be fooled. Behind that simplicity might be a fortune they've deliberately hidden. And the reason? It's not because they're afraid of being found out. It's because they know something most people don't. So today, we're diving into the world of the secretly wealthy, the quiet millionaires who walk among us without saying a word. And trust me, what they don't show will shock you. Ready? 1. Their true net worth. Hidden in plain sight. You could be standing next to someone worth $20 million and never know it. Because here's the thing. The truly wealthy don't need you to know they're rich. Why? Because they've seen how people change when money enters the room. Suddenly, friends start asking for favors, relatives bring up forgotten debts, and strangers, they begin to treat you like a walking ATM, so they stay quiet. They drive a Honda instead of a Porsche, live in a modest home on a quiet street, wear jeans from a store you've actually heard of. And here's the wildest part. They're not pretending to be poor. They're just not interested in the game everyone else is playing. Because when you really have money, you realize something powerful. Peace of mind, showing off. 2. Flashy purchases, not their style. Imagine walking into a party. One guy's flashing a diamond-encrusted watch, the other's in a plain t-shirt and sneakers. Guess who's richer? It's almost always the one not trying to prove anything. Secretly wealthy people do spend money, but they spend it quietly. A high-quality car? Yes, but they choose it for its reliability, not for status. Designer shoes? Maybe, but only because they last a decade. Because here's what most people don't get. Luxury isn't about logos. It's about freedom. And when you're free, financially and emotionally, you don't need to scream it from the rooftops. 3. Lavish vacations. That no one ever hears about, we all know that person. Posting beach selfies from the Maldives. Tagging themselves at the top of the Eiffel Tower. Caption, living my best life. But the secretly wealthy, they're not showing. They're disappearing. Instead of Instagram stories, they're reading a book on a private stretch of sand. Instead of check-ins and hashtags, they're hiking deep into the Alps, completely off the grid. You won't know where they went. You won't know when. Because to them, vacation isn't a performance. It's an escape from noise, from pressure, from eyes always watching. And when they return, they just smile and say, "It was nice." 4. Real estate? Owned, but silently used. Be surprised how many properties some people own and how little they talk about it. Rental homes, vacation cabins, apartment complexes, even commercial buildings, all hidden behind trusts, LLCs, or different names. They don't brag. They don't flash deeds, because to them, ownership isn't about pride. It's about power. Quiet power. Power to build generational wealth, to earn while they sleep, to retire without fear. And while some shout, "I just closed on a mansion." On social media, the secretly wealthy, they're buying entire blocks with no one noticing. 5. Fashion? Subtle. Always. You won't catch them wearing clothes plastered with luxury logos, not because they can't afford it, but because they've outgrown the need to impress. Their closet? Tailored suits. Plain but perfect. Shoes that whisper class, not scream it. A timeless leather bag that lasts years, not months. They understand something critical. Style is confidence, not cost. And confidence, real confidence, doesn't need attention. 6. Charity? You'd never guess. You see, when the secretly wealthy give, it's not for the camera. No photo ops, no big speeches, no giant checks. They fund scholarships anonymously, support entire hospital wings under different names, send supplies. After disasters, quietly, behind the scenes. They don't want applause. They want impact, because to them, generosity isn't a brand. It's a duty, a calling, a way to give back without taking the spotlight. 7. Financial struggles, never broadcasted. Here's a shocker. Even the wealthy struggle sometimes. Markets crash, investments fail, business deals go south, but you won't see them venting online or making dramatic posts about their tough times. Instead, they retreat, they strategize, they learn. They call their financial advisor, not Facebook, because they understand that resilience is a quiet thing, a personal thing, a strength that grows when no one is watching. 8. Investment portfolios, the hidden engine. If you ask them how they make their money, they'll probably say something vague like, oh, a few businesses, some savings, here and there. But behind that humble answer, a portfolio, worth millions, stocks, bonds, private equity, real estate, startup shares, even art and gold. You'd never know, and that's the point, because when people know what you have, they start to want it too. So they stay quiet, stay in control, and let their money grow, far from the noise. 9. Their hobbies, deep, quiet, personal. Not every millionaire is out racing yachts or collecting rare cars. In fact, the quietly rich might spend their weekends gardening in a backyard no one sees, reading thick books in a sunlit study, hiking remote trails with their dog, cooking homemade pasta with family, because for them, joy doesn't have to be expensive. It has to be real. They find peace in the ordinary and power in simplicity. 10. Family wealth, taught not flaunted. This one's big. The secretly wealthy know that giving their kids money is easy, but teaching them to respect money? That's the real challenge. So they raise their children to work part-time jobs, save for what they want, learn about taxes, budgets, and investing, not because they have to, but because they should. And you'll never hear them say, my kid's rich because of me. They want to say, my kid's smart because of what I taught them. The bigger picture now, if you're still watching, you might be wondering, why hide all this? What's the point? Simple. Because the quietly wealthy understand a truth that most never learn. Loud money disappears. Quiet money grows. They don't need validation. They don't want fake friends. They don't chase applause. They chase freedom, privacy, peace, and maybe, just maybe, they know something we're all trying to figure out. That real success isn't about being seen. It's about being secure.